Hey there! Today, let's dive into the fascinating world of memory and sensory perception, where our brains are like little wizards, conjuring up memories and feelings in the blink of an eye. Ever heard of memory reactivation? It's when the hippocampus, that clever little region in our brain, works its magic to bring back memories, sometimes even with a touch of interference. Imagine it's like trying to find your favorite sock in a messy drawer. The more stuff you have in there, the harder it is to find it. Now, let's talk about those intricate patterns of the brain. Think voxels hanging out in the ventral temporal cortex, engaging in a retroactive interference paradigm. It sounds fancy, but it's really just our brains playing a game of hide and seek with memories. These pattern analyses help us understand how the hippocampus reactivates cortical patterns, even when interference tries to crash the party. And speaking of parties, let's not forget how our bodies react when we're feeling those post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. Our sensory feedback systems like visual and auditory stimuli play a huge role in how we perceive the world around us. It's like having a sensory buffet where sensations mingle, sometimes leading to cognitive dysfunction. We experience everything from emotional information to peripheral stimulation, making our brains and bodies dance to a unique rhythm. As we process transient stimuli, our magnocellular system and lateral geniculate nucleus step in to enhance our contrast sensitivity and motion stimuli. It's all about that full sensory experience. And when things get overwhelming, our brain kicks in those interference resolution processes to help us adapt and function in our environment. Let's not forget the role of neurotransmission in our mood and cognitive states. This is where the monoamine hypothesis comes into play, reminding us how neurotransmitters can influence our feelings and thoughts. Neuroplasticity is the brain's way of adapting, shaping our cognitive processes like memory, attention, and decision-making. It's a beautiful dance of action and goal-directed behavior. Now, if we take a closer look at our olfactory senses, we find some amazing neuroanatomic substrates tied to short-term memory. Olfactory dysfunction can be a tricky business, especially when it comes to conditions like seasonal affective disorder or even panic disorders. Who knew that smelling could impact our mental health? When sensory-motor interactions come into play, it's all about verbal and nonverbal communication, shaping how we connect with one another. Our internal models of individual interactions help us navigate those relationships, while the specialization of neurons ensures that we're finely tuned to our environment. So as we journey through this visual semiosphere, let's celebrate our brain's incredible capacity to weave together memories, emotions, and sensory experiences into the rich tapestry of life.